huh?
Yeah, actually, I had to do some work. It's Monday, so I just worked today, and then, come on.
Every day's a campaign day now.
These are. Hey, we got to really
These
set
are
up.
Constituents.
Like 19
You know, the
days
thing
left?
of it is he appoints us. The trustees, you're appointed.
That's right.
Yeah.
This could be a problem.
You got it all turned on, young lady?
I think I'm back, I'm ready to go.
All right. You better hurry it up or he's going to miss his meeting. We're starting at 5 o'clock. Shift's important. You ready, Darryl? Okay. Wait, I'd look. I'd like to call the Board of Zoning Appeals regular meeting Monday, August 7th, 2017 at 5 p.m. Call to order.
Mr. Schlechter?
Here.
Mr. Miller?
Here.
Mr. Hayes?
Here.
Mr. Levine?
Here.
Roll call? Is that the roll call?
We just did that.
Yeah, okay, how about the approval of the minutes? Do we have any minutes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he's-
She emailed them.
Yeah. I got it too. I read it down there. All right. Make a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. Mr. Schlechter?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Levine?
Yes.
Okay. Any old business that you can think of? Okay. New business. Item number 4 on our list is a variance request for a low-profile monument sign from 15-foot required for the right-of-way to 0 provided north and west side of the property, for the property located at 7453 Finchwood Lane, parcel number 7920641, section 3105A. Mr. Darrell.
The subject parcel is a corner lot in the Spring Forest subdivision occupied by a single-family dwelling on the southeastern corner of Finchwood Lane and King Road. As with all corner lots, the parcel has 2 frontages. The applicants wish to erect a subdivision monument sign on the northwestern corner of the property. Section 3105A of the Savannah Township zoning resolution dictates that a residential subdivision monument sign must be sited a minimum of 15 feet from a public right-of-way line. The applicant is seeking a variance of 15 feet to eliminate this requirement in order to site a new residential subdivision monument sign at the right-of-way lines. Originally, there were 2 subdivision signs located on either side of Finchwood Lane. Both signs were in the right-of-way of King Road. A new sewer line needed to be installed in order to service the recent single-family development on King Acres Drive. The contractor took out the sign on the south side of the intersection. The Lucas County Engineer's Office will not allow the sign to be reconstructed within the right-of-way of King Road. On the subject property, the right-of-way line of King Road is approximately 40 feet from the edge of pavement, and the right-of-way line of Finchwood Lane is approximately 15 feet from the edge of pavement. The deed for the subject property contains an easement allowing for the construction and placement of a subdivision sign within the north 15 feet and west 15 feet of the property. This conflicts with section 3105A's requirement of a minimum of 15 feet setback from the right-of-way. The applicants maintain that adherence to the requirements of section 3105A would place the sign in the middle of their front yard and defeat the purpose of having an entrance sign to the subdivision. In June of 2016, the township approved an amendment to the zoning resolution modifying the monument sign regulations for public and semi-public use and commercial and industrial signs. There was no amendment to section 3105A regarding residential subdivision signs. Staff recognizes that there is no true hardship or extraordinary conditions relevant to the applicant's property. There exists no physical reason preventing the sighting of the subdivision sign in accordance with the requirements of the zoning resolution. However, the placement of the sign, according to the constraints of the zoning resolution, would lessen the effectiveness of that sign to adequately identify the subdivision, and the granting of this variance is unlikely to impact visibility or imperil public safety. Lastly, the township's most recent changes to the sign regulations on other monument signs permits those types of signs as close as 5 feet from a public right-of-way. In the interest of compatibility, the zoning department needs to assess amending the subdivision sign regulations as well. Staff recommends approval of the requested variance from the minimum setback from public right-of-way for a residential subdivision monument sign for the property located at 7453 Finchwood Lane.
Okay, before we get started here, understanding the zoning commission, board of zoning appeals are formal testimony of swearing individuals that have anything to say tonight. Come up to the podium, write your name and address down. Anybody that's going to talk tonight, raise your right hand, I'll swear you in. Oh boy, all right. Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth to the best of your knowledge? Any discussion yet? There are questions?
I've got a question. So, when you amended the monument sign regulations for public and semi-public use, and didn't do that on the residential side, was there a reason, or just
I think
wasn't
it's just
pertinent at that point?
Just an oversight. Nothing intentional.
So the thought now is to kind of uniformly do that?
Well, let's take a look at it. It might not necessarily need to be the same as our monument signs, or maybe it will. That just needs to be looked at and probably be amended.
So you intentionally didn't want to do the residential?
No, there's an oversight.
Okay,
Just-
all right.
There's so very few subdivision monument signs. Probably not permanent, I mean, in our office. It's
So,
just not on the radar.
in relation to the existing sign that was left on the north side, where will this one be placed as it relates to proximity to the right-of-way? Did all those pictures show it well on your PowerPoint?
Yeah,
I didn't-
actually, I looked through the material, I didn't see it.
either.
Good.
Yeah, the existing one on the north, I believe, is right here. The applicants can confirm this or not, but I believe it's right there.
That's correct.
I'm assuming they're going to put that right back where the other sign was?
That one wasn't taken out.
No, the other one I'm saying.
There is no one.
No, for the sewer work, they took the one out of,
Right, where that one was, are they going to put that right back where it was?
You've got a photo of the front of the drive into Finchwood.
yes.
And it's
I had
stake,
them
there's
there.
stakes there.
Yeah, I had put stakes
There's
in the
stakes,
one
you
that's
can
from
see
the
where
corner.
That one?
No.
Has stakes too, it shows the right.
Yeah, okay.
There,
Right
there,
there.
right at the corner of that sidewalk where the V is at.
So right
Yes,
here?
And it goes diagonally
Here?
out from there. Yeah.
Here and here?
Yeah,
Yeah, I drove by there this afternoon.
It's
Okay.
very
Oh, did I?
similar to where the.
it just
the one
moves
was.
backwards
It just
because
has
it gets
moved
out of the
back.
right of way. It goes in the easement area outside of the right of way, now is the plan.
So it's not going in the same spot, and the reason is because of the right-of-way?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
It's just gonna move slightly to the east.
Back, basically.
The other sign ended right about where this one will start. going to the east, and that's-
Okay, so what you're telling me, that they're still going to be parallel to each other like this? Maybe one is going to be over here a little
Yes.
further, but it
Right.
won't make any difference.
Correct.
Okay. Since it's in the right-of-way, I'm assuming if they do anything in there, you realize that they could dig that up
The
again.
north, the south one would not be in the right of way.
Actually, I'm sorry, we should probably have
Yeah.
that go. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Sign in here, you said first?
Sign in and state your name and address.
And I'm Jeff Wilson. And did you want me to answer your questions here first? I had a few things that are a little bit repetitive and a little bit maybe supplementary, we'll call it, to Daryl's report.
Go ahead, you got it.
Okay. You heard we're here today because the new Kings Acre subdivision, which is southwest of where we're talking about, had to bring a sewer line up along the side of King, tore out the whole side, all the trees, the bushes, took out the corner, the sign, took out our front yard to hook into the sewer line. So they demolished, obviously, that south sign, left the north sign there. The original signs were obviously approved, and the association paid for them to be installed about 20 years ago, both sides, when the subdivision was being built, as I understand. In April of 16, when that sewer line came through, the association paid to have, if you saw the sign, it had the limestone middle and caps. We wanted to make these very similar when they came back, and so we paid to have those cut out before the excavator trashed the whole sign, because the developer wouldn't do it, and I said, there. If you look at the thing, the spring forest part and the caps, Dave has them in his backyard, the president of the association here, who may speak in a minute, but they had somebody that knew how to deal with bricks and cutting and this and that, and we got them out of there so that we tried to minimize the costs of putting it back, because obviously that's more costly.
Oh, absolutely.
So we got all that out and we saved it. Because the developer was coming through like in a couple of days with the excavator. And he at least told me, because I said we're going to do something to minimize the cost there. We're obviously told here then that the variance and permit that would follow this is needed to put the sign back up, just backed up a few feet. Same direction, same look, same match, everything the same, just backed up a little bit. The setback for that subdivision is 50 feet, which I've seen is true with some subdivisions. Most of the other properties along King have a 35-foot setback, so we're 15 feet deeper already at that subdivision entrance, which means we're 15 foot further than most other places would be for the right-of-way in the property line, which the code suggests that 15 feet from the property line or the right-of-way. So if we rebuilt it in the easement area, we're already 50 feet away from the right-of-way, or excuse me, from the center line setback. Some of the things we would see as hardship or special circumstances, we can't abide by the current sign code because we'd be outside, the easement is a 15 by 15 foot square in the corner, directly abutting the right-of-way and the property line. So we couldn't match, putting it even in the right-of-way or the easement, we couldn't match the code ever. Other subdivisions obviously have two monumental signs, and Spring Forest would be deprived of that option if we can't put the other one back that the contractor tore down to put the sewer in. The signs were professionally installed and maintained for 20 years and complement the look of that whole entrance area. We can't move that sign back any further because it wouldn't even appear proper. We'd be 65, 75 feet back from the entrance. And we're going to try to preserve the only two remaining big trees that are left there, because when the developer came through on the side, they had to take out 7,500-foot trees, bushes, all kinds of stuff. So we're much more bare than what we had grown up over many years. And so we're trying to save those two front trees, which are right behind this area. And we couldn't back it up any further and save them. And it'd be near our front yard. It obviously has hurt taking all those trees and stuff down, but we're trying to preserve the look as best possible at this point. Therefore, obviously, we're asking for the variance to reconstruct that south sign to match the look and the size of the one on the north in that easement area, which is directly adjacent, though, to that right-of-way. Other questions now?
So the sign is one-sided, correct?
Yes.
So someone traveling south would be looking at this new sign, right? Because they wouldn't
Yes.
see the one on the north
Yes.
side,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And it's angled, so if you're traveling north, you don't really see much of the back either because it's angled
Right.
so heavily.
Okay.
And it's all brick anyhow, so it looks fine either way. One thing I did do, and I just noticed my notes down here, I went and measured a couple very close subdivision signs to see where they're literally at right now. Kings Hollow, which is just south of there, is just, I measured it by my foot's a foot. So I didn't measure it by a ruler or a tape. But it was right about 50, right on. 1 street west, Shetland, Colony Oaks, that sign is under 35 when I measured it. So those are 2 actual examples of subdivision signs very close to the subject.
Anybody else?
Whose property is the sign going outside of?
Ours.
Is that yours?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we're on that corner.
Okay. You're obviously in favor of this.
Yeah, and we were told we had to do it because it's in the easement on our property rather than the association, even though the association sign, obviously. And Dave, like I said, Dave Walker here is the president of the association. I happen to be a trustee, but if you want to talk with somebody other than the property owner, Dave's here and Joe is here. They're both property owners right along there.
Yeah, bro. Anybody else? Do you feel we need to go back and talk about this? I'm ready to go.
Did you?
And my name's Jeff Lublin. We might as well keep the name Jeff going along, but and I'm one of the trustees and properties owners in Springforest subdivision. And as far as I can recall, the signs had been at that entryway without any problem. They didn't present a danger to people exiting the subdivision, and they helped identify the subdivision and sort of added to the cohesiveness of the subdivision. So this sign being back even further than the last one, I don't see that there would actually present a problem.
Yeah. Thank you.
On the advice of my wife, I'll make this very brief.
I thought Joe was the one that was saying that.
I'm the current president of the association and representing the 87 homeowners. And for the last 15 months, I can't walk down the street without the homeowners, including all those stated here, when is the sign going to go back up on King Road? And I said, well, we've got to, we want to do it right. We want to go to the township. We want to get approval. There's been some changes from when they were originally done. My contention is we're not building a new sign. We're just rebuilding the old sign. I've got pictures here of myself in my backyard with the caps and the sign, as previously stated. And it's been there for a long time. My wife wants to know when they're going to be taken out of our backyard. We've worked with Lucas County to find out where we do have approval to put it, and that's where we want to put it. Appreciate your consideration.
Great, so the association, I mean, this has been communicated to the entire association and voted on?
Yes,
or-
we put it in, we had a trustees meeting, we had an association meeting, it was sent out with the dues, so everyone is aware of what we're trying to accomplish. Any other questions?
Thanks.
I'd like to make a motion.
All right.
A motion to approve a variance request for a low-profile monument sign from 15 feet required from the right-of-way to 0 provided, north and west side of property, for the property located at 7453 Finchwood Lane, parcel number 79-20641, Sylvania Township zoning regulation, section 3105-A.
Second?
All in favor? Oh,
Mr. Tucker?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
yes.
Mr. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Levine?
Yes.
Okay. You're all set. You can start moving that tonight if you want. We need a motion.
I'll move to adjourn.
Second?
Second, yeah. Yes.
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 Well, I'm leaving right now. I'm going. I gotta.